Listen to Black Women's mission this summer is to hit the streets to hear directly from real women about their experiences and advice for our community.
What are some red flags that make you want to remove yourself from a workplace?
If you don't feel like your issues can be discussed, that might make you feel like you don't want to talk about a side of you that's important.
We are exploring a range of issues impacting the lives of Black women.
Everybody around us.
Few topics require a bit of a deeper dive to connect and truly understand the details behind the challenges. Please join correspondent Lis Willis and a few women she's invited to sit down with her in intimate conversations. We aim to unearth some sound advice and wisdom by listening to Black women.
Hi, this is Lis Willis, your real-world correspondent for MadameNoire's Listen to Black Women Take to the Streets. Today, I will be joined by three lovely ladies who have agreed to give us their perspective on the relationship between Black mothers and Black daughters. You ready? So ladies, thank you so much for joining me. Today we're gonna talk about motherhood, but before we get started, would you mind introducing yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Giovanna.
I'm Nicolette.
I'm Iman.
So, the topic of motherhood in general is incredibly nuanced, and then when you add the layer of Black motherhood, it's an entirely separate and specific experience. Are there any things that you maybe wish that she passed down to you that maybe you had to learn by yourself instead?
I wish my mom really showed me how beautiful my hair was when I was younger. I got perms all my life, and I'm just discovering my crown. I feel like I'm getting more centered with myself and aligned with myself and my ancestors, and it just feels good.
I guess I would say leadership. My mom she is one of the most confident leaders I know. She can come into a room and like a whirlwind take over, and the importance of building relationships with Black women. Mm-hmm. I had to find my way to it. I didn't know what that was.
I didn't really have a bond with Black women until college. Until so I was lost. I was like, oh, I didn't really love being Black until I was older.
I don't think I realized what a friendship was. Mm-hmm. I don't think I knew what that was. I didn't know how to identify what a healthy friendship is versus something that's
convenient for you at the time.
Convenient, yeah. Especially if your own mother's not identifying that that's important or necessary or needed. Mm-hmm. So you're just like, okay, well, you're just out here.
Yeah. What are some ways that you think we can hold space for our mothers who are maybe not ready to do some of that healing?
I'm trying to figure out how to hold that space, how to give her the room to grow, because it's not fair for me to be like, you should know better, because you don't.
Yeah. I didn't talk to my mom maybe for 2 months. She said something just way out of pocket, and I just have to shut down.
Yeah.
She was just so confused. I don't think she ever felt that pain. She felt it somewhere else, and nowadays, because I talk about energy a lot with her and this and that, she's like, you're always talking about energy. What is energy? What is blah, 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 blah. I'm like, girl, you gotta cleanse yourself, blah, blah, blah. But now she's like, oh, I'm gonna start yoga. Does that help with meditating? I was like, that's cute. I was like, okay, girl, we gonna do that. We're gonna do it from a distance, and then when I see you, let's do it together. So she's
lovely.
Becoming more open ever since that happened, and that was just 7-8 months ago.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's a process though.
So what are some ways we can kind of pitch that idea to our mothers specifically about, hey, maybe it would be best if we did some yoga together, if we meditated, or even spoke to someone to help mend our relationship?
You gotta take a breath and a step back. We're dealing with so many layers of trauma too, so it's just if we can't do it, let's go to a professional, someone we feel safe with, someone we feel that we can talk to, and we'll all do it together there. Let's just all go to someone who knows and understands and can really walk us through this part of the process.
Yeah. What are some things that your mother passed down to you that you are definitely going to pass down to your children?
Speak my mind. Speak my mind.
Yeah.
That's what comes to mind. Speak your mind. Say what it is. Just say it. Just say it. Because that's what my mom does. She just, you're gonna know how she feels, and it doesn't matter what anyone thinks or how they feel. No, you're gonna know where she stands. And I think that's really important, especially as a Black woman.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, my mom, she's very like, do anything that makes you happy. You can do anything you put your mind to. Just really believe in it. And you may fail, you may cry, you may this, but you got to work towards it. And there was one time that I learned this, I think I learned this right after AMDA. I was like, man, I can't, because I was trying to figure out a project. I was like, man, I can't figure out this location, blah, 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 blah. My mom was like, okay, someone told you no, find somebody else that won't tell you no.
Right.
Find somebody else. Just because that's one no does not mean you won't find your yes.
And we learn more with every generation.
Exactly.
My mom also was very vocal with me about sex and like also just knowing your body. Even in kindergarten, she was like, "This is what you need to," and never had a filter with me. That's something I definitely want to bring down, like pass down to like my kids, or pass down like just me as a mother as well. Something I'll definitely take with me, like making sure to like always believe in my kids' dreams and always make sure that like there's no boundary. Like we can have a conversation and you can come to me about anything you want, you know?
So ladies, thank you so much for being here today. So one thing my mother definitely instilled in me is to be a fighter, to stand up for what I believe in. No matter what terms my mother and I were on, she always had my back, and she encouraged me to do the same for myself and for the people around me. I am incredibly grateful to Nicolette, Giovanna, and Aman for sharing their perspectives on Black motherhood. As always, I am Liz Willis, your real-world correspondent for MadameNoire's Listen Up Black Women, Take to the Streets. Definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's finish this conversation in the comments, and come back every Friday for an all-new episode. Until then, listen to Black women.